Check.
We also didn't like sit down at a
Check.
restaurant the entire time we were there. Like we only ate gas stations. Like you refused to like have a meal.
That's good. I can only eat at gas stations like.
Well, all he
Once.
eats are Quest protein chips and Buzz balls.
Buzz balls. He's like a dude. He better look out because if he keeps like a chemical diet of that, Israel will start think he's enriching uranium.
Hey, there we go.
Welcome to News from Bed, the official uranium enrichment podcast.
Yes. Bring your minds for enrichment to the News from Bed sphere. You may be asking yourself, where are Patty and James?
Yeah,
we're right behind.
We're over there.
We're right behind
Just
you.
kidding.
We call this a phantom episode where we're floating around space and time. Can't be captured in the natural sense.
Did you ever look at those? Like, I forget the name of them. Like, they're like called like stenographs or whatever.
Of what?
It's like an image that looks like just a bunch of bullshit, but if you like kind of like cross your eye,
It looks like
and,
Hitler.
No, well, they could. You
Yeah.
can fashion it to look whatever you
Like
want.
it'll look like a bunch of random things, but then if you make it blurry, you can see like the true image.
Yes,
I know.
They're
talking about.
very cool. I got
Yeah.
like really into them.
They do them with trees a lot. It'll look like just a forest, but if you like blur your eyes, it like says like
It says like Jesus loves you.
Jesus
or
loves you.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we should do for this podcast. Like, so you have to like squint and give yourself a migraine.
And then it's like, oh, it's them.
But that's the only way to see James's bare feet.
That's right.
It's stenography style.
That's right. That's how you get them. My feet are a mystery. They're a enigma unto themselves.
We were watching. So you and Michael Good had a little
We went on the road this weekend.
field trip.
And then we got back to Tampa at 5 a.m. today after leaving South Carolina at 9 p.m. yesterday.
That's
or 5
right.
a.m. this morning. And you were gracious enough to let us crash here.
I
There's
stayed
no
up.
room.
Yeah.
You stayed up all night.
Mhm.
And so we got here, and I was wide awake from a Red Bull that was forced into my mouth. And Michael went to sleep, and then we were like just talking because we were both, and even if you stay up through the night too, I get it. Like you feel like wide awake just because you're like, at this point,
It's like crazy to like convince your brain that it's actually time to sleep.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like sitting, like in a car, you're sitting and there's like a lot of lights and stuff. And it's like, so your body's not in motion. Like if your body is like, if you're like running around like from the wolves or whatever they did back in the day, and then you like sit down, your body's like, oh, it's time to rest,
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting in a Tesla,
Yeah.
ripping up and down the southern coast of,
It was very interesting to be driving a Tesla because it was self-driving, but I was just trying to keep myself awake. I poured water on my head at one point.
in the car.
Yeah, I do that all the time. If I'm getting sleepy in the car, like sometimes when I've left your place at like 3 a.m. and I'm really tired, I'll just pour some water on my head. Like, what's water? What's water gonna do? It's not like Gatorade. Like, you know what I mean? It's just I pour it on my head. It gets on my shirt. Doesn't get on the seat. I just pour it like here on the top, like at my hairline.
Yeah.
It just goes over my eyes, and I'm like, I got to like, you take a piss, you do some stretching, you pour some water over your eyes, you're good to go.
I remember I had to do like overnight bridge inspections for a little bit. And it's like, if I only had to do that, you could kind of adjust your sleep schedule. But the problem is like 1 week you'd be
Right.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever. And then the next week you'd be 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. And I remember driving back from one of those and you're in this big van and like, I don't know, like you're doing like everything. You're blasting every form of air onto your face.
Yep.
And like, you're like, I never listened to System of a Down, but like, I got to get that
Yeah.
going for this. And then like, still, it feels like you're driving and you're seeing the world in like snapshots,
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how like actually your reaction time is like so bad.
Sure.
But luckily there's so few people driving
Yeah.
at that time that it's like okay.
Yeah,
but-
like, and most of the cars come with good safety features. So, like, even my car, I can put on two things where it like if I'm, as long as I'm not like, it won't self drive, but if I put cruise control on a highway and I go, it'll turn the car for curves and follow the
Yeah.
lanes, and it'll like make sure that I'm not doing, and it's nice. It's a nice little feature that it has.
That is good. I can't wait till the cars you sit in them and then it starts going and then like boom, everything like covers and the seats flip around. A little poker table comes up and
A couple dogs come out with cigars and you're playing cigar poker with some rascal
dogs in
dude.
a car.
Yeah, I mean the Tesla's funny because it has like games and like all these features. So I kept turning on this feature where when Michael sat down in his seat, it would play a fart.
Oh, it's like they have like a whoopee cushion.
So you could pick the fart, and then I would pick a different fart, and then he would like go to the bathroom for 20.
I bet he laughed every time.
Yeah, he would like because it delays for a second. You sit down, and then he's like, "Yep," and then it goes, and he's like,
dude, look at this.
Dude, look at this picture of George
tits.
Floyd and Charlie Kirk.
Both with tits. No, that sounded like you guys had a fun time, a lot of driving, but that's the road life, dude. That's why I'm telling you. Stand-up comedy is like stand-up comedy is it's like it's like trying to meet Oz, you know?
Yeah, it's a journey every time.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of disappointed when you get there.
And then you get there and you're like, "Oh, this is what it kind of is."
I definitely started to feel that. I mean, when I remember I had a conversation with Aditya in New York when we were running around doing stand up and shit. And then like I got like a couple shows at New York Comedy Club, which was like my big goal. It was like one day I would like when I started out, I was like, I want to get on Morning Good. I want to perform at the Grizzly Pear. Like,
yeah.
I want to like
Morning Good was our Kill Tony's.
Yes.
Kill
At
Tony.
one point, yes. And I just remember that like once I had done the New York Comedy Club thing, I kind of like looked around and I was like, well, I've done like, like 3 or 4 shows here. It's like, I can keep chasing this, but like, do I actually want to be the guy that like runs around and does 5 club spots, even in one city in a night? And I was like, no, that actually kind of doesn't sound fun at all. Like, unless there's probably money in it, or like you're making like if I did 5 shows on a Friday night and I made like $80 a show, well, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But that's not a position anyone is in particularly. Like you would have to be going to like bigger clubs to where they're even going to pay you that. So it's like, why would I do that?
The idea of doing stand-up shows around the country it's never appealed to me. Because every time I've traveled to do something, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like hotels. I never sleep well unless it's like in a very specific, almost gorilla-like nesting spot that is tuned and sculpted to my body.
Yeah.
And
you can't sleep well unless someone's picked all the bugs out of your hair.
Out of my unless I've thrown my shit at the glass wall with like a child on the other side. But I wish it was kind of like a like you were like a Native American, where you traveled until like and you got like chased out of town until like you settled upon a place that like accepted you.
Yeah,
and then you just
like you're a
stay
vagabond.
There. A vagabond, is that what it is?
I don't know.
But then you just stay there,
and
that becomes like you become the carrot top of like. Whatever Wyoming.
Right.
Dude, Wyoming has been calling my name.
Why?
Wyoming?
Why, homie?
I don't know why. Because I've never been there. I can't even tell you where it is on a map.
Well, Jackson Hole, Wyoming is like where Kanye put his studio, and like he like made a bunch of albums there, and he has like a compound. And I know Jackson.
Chappelle own something in Wyoming too, or am I thinking of?
I don't know. I know he owns like half a town in Ohio.
Okay,
I know it's Ohio, but I don't know anything about it. I just know like a lot of people own, like rich people all started moving out to Jackson Hole because it's like supposedly like very beautiful and like It's probably one of those zones where climate change won't affect it until like 100 years after it buries
where like
Florida.
No nuclear missiles can reach it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, this is where we need to be.
That's the new thing with Argentina. Everyone's saying,
yeah, no nuclear missiles can.
I guess
it.
like Peter Thiel just like moved his entire family to Argentina, and there's a lot of like Jews. I use in parentheses to or quotations with a capital J that have moved to Argentina, and people are kind of like, why? Why is this?
Right.
But one of the things that like pops up is like Israel has this like new missile, and it shows like the launch like distance, and it covers like the entire world except for like Argentina and like Chile and like the bottom of Africa.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, what are we?
That's a little weird.
I think it's like a little crazy to want to live. The only thing crazier than wanting to stay put for a nuclear explosion is wanting to be like the last ones left after a nuclear
It's ridiculous idea. Like if this is,
We've
if it all
seen the
happens,
movies.
Yeah. Come on. You want to live in that?
Yeah. Do you have a samurai sword?
Yeah. You like eating beans from a can?
Yeah, it's fucking sucks.
Watch
Everything's
Fallout.
radioactive. You got to wear a gay little suit.
Big roaches everywhere.
Got to wear a suit. I'm a spider.
I'm the spider. I want to finish that. I want to watch that shit.
Yeah, Spider Noir is legit.
You liked
Shoulda
it?
never
The whole,
let
the whole
my-
first season was good? Worth a watch?
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's why I never let my wife drive. That's why I should never let that woman drive.
His wife drowns in the first episode. You see this wife drowning, and for
In
some reason,
in a car.
in a car, and for some reason, the superhero is like appears to be 2 inches away from the glass, and yet he can't figure out how to get in.
Also, I blame the victim in that situation a little bit. And everybody knows, and maybe this was before, like this was early Cars.
Before everybody knew,
before everyone watched like The Office.
right?
But you know that like you have to like roll down your window and let the water in.
Yeah.
First thing you do is unbuckle,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised she was even wearing a seatbelt in the 1920s anyway.
Yeah.
First thing you do is unbuckle.
It was Webbs. He was like,
Oh,
I have a great idea. I'm going to keep
web
you
you
attached to the seat. It was my own webs that kept her dead in the car. It's not a good Nicholas.
I got a way
Cage.
to shoot him out. I don't have a way to bring him back in. My secretary looks like she wants to eat me.
Big fat secretary.
Yeah, juicy secretary.
Okay, with
But
a
yeah,
capital J.
You roll the
Juicy.
you roll the window down, let the water in, and then you just swim out the fucking window.
Sure. Because the car doesn't go, typically won't just dive. It'll sit for a second and sink slowly.
Yeah, it takes a long. Even if you fall in like Inception style into the ravine or whatever, you have like a while before you're even like 10
And
feet
if you need
below.
to break the window, I heard you could just take the seatbelt buckle and you just keep hitting it because there's so much pressure from the outside pushing in that a crack will break and maybe you'll cut yourself, but you can swim the fuck out. You
Yeah.
can get out of the car. I don't know. I think about it sometimes. I doubt it. There's very specific scenarios where it appears to happen. Where
Yeah.
you fall into water. In a
I've never
car.
been close in my life.
I've
to
never
be
been
honest.
close. But
There's like a million things like that where I'm just like you could have done so much more. Like a fire, how people die in a fire. I get like
you're Mark Wahlberging all these people right now when he said if he was on
really
one of the
am.
9/11 planes, things would have went down differently.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on one of the 9/11 planes, and he missed his flight that morning.
Yeah, dude. Thank God we wouldn't have had
Things
that,
would have gone
dude.
down differently
Yeah.
because he would have been up there, and he's like, "This reminds me of the time that I was not in the 9/11." It just cuts
And
to
then
him.
his entire life lives out in that cutscene.
He's just waiting. He's just trying to run away from the cutscene ending. That'd be a good episode of Family Guy where like they do a cutscene, but one of the characters that's introduced like doesn't want it to end because he knows he'll die forever.
Yeah,
so he just keeps it going.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
That could be funny.
Yeah, the fire thing, I can't get off of this fire thing. Is like, first of all, people are like, oh well, you sleep through it. But it's like, dude, if my apartment is like 2 degrees warmer
Yeah.
than it should be,
You're
I
stomping
wake
around.
up. I'm like
Yeah.
covered in sweat. I'm waking up. There's a million ways you can go. You can climb out the window. You can do whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, even this is how far my like absolute insanity goes. I feel like I could like survive a plane crash
Sure.
by like jumping out like the
Right
last
before it hits?
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like sure you're going really fast, but like you just jump in like the opposite direction and the forces like cancel
Yeah.
each other out, grab onto a tree.
Right.
The tough part would be like moving all the fat people out of the way in the aisle to get to
Right.
that window.
You're a crazy person.
The thing is,
You
like,
think I have had that thought, but I don't believe it to be true. The thought I have that I think a lot of people are having more recently is you get on an airplane and you go like, these look like a bunch of people that would die in an airplane crash.
oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
these guys look like they'd go. We all look like we'd be in the news.
yeah.
But do you remember when the Malaysian flight disappeared? Or maybe it was a different one. But like the
Yeah.
news, like a local news station was reporting on it. And the names they had of the pilots were just made up. Like they just took like a made up article.
Oh yeah,
and it
and
was
they were
We
like
Too
Kung
Low.
Fu Pow.
No, it was like
whatever.
We Too Low. Like
yeah.
Something Wong.
Yeah, yeah. And they just read it and they had no idea.
Two pilots, We Too Low and Something Wong, died in a plane crash. Like, no, that's not it.
I doubt that's their name. If those were their names, they should never allow them to co-pilot with each other.
Yeah, that would be that's too good of timing.
There was that other flight that was, I don't know if it was for like the FIFA World Cup or like the Olympics or something, but it was that soccer team. Do you remember that one?
Was it the one where they crashed in the mountains and had to eat each other?
Yeah, they crashed like in the Andes.
I think that was they were young kids too. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I don't know if any of them survived.
That's like House of the Flies or whatever, Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies, I remember I really liked that book. We had to read it. Like,
That was a great. I loved
freshman year
that.
of high school. Did you have to read it for high school?
Yeah.
And the whole thing was like, this is an allegory. Like the whole story, like every character and everything that happens is meant to like represent something else.
Yeah.
And my teacher did like discussions every week on the chapters that we had read. And she would be like, so what do you think this represents? And there's a part where like there's a dog fight between two jets in the sky. And one of the guys he ejects, but he's dead.
Yeah.
And his body like floats down and he gets trapped in a tree. And it's like a dead body with like a parachute like hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you think this represents? And then like I remember like kids was like, oh, it represents like fear. It represents war. Oh, it represents. And it was like I remember I said something and she was just like, no. And it's like, I think it is somewhat up into interpretation.
How do you know the answer?
You don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You're an English teacher. You're probably dumber than I am at this point.
Yeah. You're a
A
public school
child.
English teacher.
Like this is like, yeah. No, they
But she was
always
just
would
like,
do that.
No, and I'm like, I think maybe there might be. Like, why not? What? Like, let's explore the idea that someone just brought up.
Well, there was also like, I remember like people in my classes, like they would do the same thing. They'd be like, what is this? And apparently I have zero reading comprehension. Apparently I just run on pure instinct.
Right.
Is what they
I'm
told
noticing
me.
that.
But like they would
Like
always
your instinct to fling yourself from a plane crashing into the
in
ground.
the opposite direction. Yeah.
You better hope you're on the right side of the engine
of
there.
history too.
You're always on the right side of history.
They would always like this one girl in my class would say something. They'd be like, that's 100% correct. I'm like, you're just saying that because she went to Harvard. She's going to Harvard. Like they
Right.
knew she was going to Harvard.
So she
they're
must
like,
be right.
She must be right. It's Harvard, you see. And then they're like, oh yeah, and they changed their little notes.
I would get mad at my teachers in high school. Like I remember it was one teacher, she had us do we had to read 2 books for summer reading. And you had to take a composition notebook and you had to fill the composition notebook with notes about both book and each page had to like have notes on it. And it was like miserable because like sometimes I was just writing like 3 words on one page because it's like, what the fuck? I don't want to do
Yeah.
like this is a stupid way to make people read.
Yeah.
And like I remember it was like the week before school starting, so I'm like I hadn't done it all summer. I'm cramming these 2 shitty. It was like Memoirs of a Geisha, and then some other stupid book that sucked. And like she purposely picked Memoirs of a Geisha is like a book that you could find like the plot of or like watch a movie and like read it on Wikipedia and fake it. But the
Yeah.
other book she purposely picked that like nobody had written anything about.
Memories of alopecia.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when my hair went white and.
And my husband punched that black man on the stage.
Wait, who's that?
What's her name? Whip my hair.
Oh,
back.
Jada
Jada
Pinkett Smith,
dude.
right?
Jada Pinkerton, dude.
Yeah. Jada
How about this for a little thought experiment? Because I was like kind of pondering this as an idea. I have this prediction that this isn't necessarily like to do with this thought experiment, but my prediction is that the political parties in the future will be divided by men and women.
Okay.
and it will be like a women's rights, like ideals, whatever, and like a men's like totalitarian, like whatever,
Okay.
get shit done, like whatever. And based on that idea, like what if like in the future, the men and women, because like you know how like birth rates, everything is like declining. I feel like men and women have never been as ideologically different as they are now. I
Right.
could be wrong,
I don't know. I'm just listening.
but it ends up separating to the point where like there's like sex robots and stuff, so like men and women don't need each other necessarily. They can put an ovum in the robot and reproduce, and like so men and women like hate each other. So the men decide like fine, like you can have like whatever. You can have like all the women in the world move to the United States and just take over the United States, and all the men in the world just go to like a Lord of the Flies island and have to start over.
Okay.
What do you think would happen?
If women kept society as it is and got to take over, but all the men got to start again?
Yeah, so women got to keep everything and basically govern and like go from there, and men had to, with all the knowledge and everything that you
Sure.
have, start from scratch.
I think the women could probably end up being fine.
Yeah.
They'd probably like be kind of annoying and like start to piss each other off a lot and gossip.
Yeah.
But I think the men
I think the men would all kill each other.
yeah,
like,
I don't
right
think it would
away.
last very long.
Yeah.
Because also without the motivation of like partnering up or love or sex, and if like you're truly like not gay, like not even in a prison scenario where you're like, I'm gonna be gay just to get through this. Like those guys are done. Which
you're
done
I can
for.
confidently say I would not even be gay in a prison.
I don't think I would be gay in a prison. I'm more afraid that I would have to be a Nazi than be gay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would be a Nazi like day one.
You'd be a Nazi outside of prison.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's try something out. Let's do something a
But
little
I
different.
could see the men being like so annoyed. I think there would be a lot of racism. I think there would be like a lot of, just like you don't know what to do. They would probably segregate by race. This is basically what Lord of the Flies is.
Basically, they're all white in that, but yeah.
Yeah. But they would segregate by, or at least like culture, whatever. Because if you think about it, it's everybody in the world. That's the one thing that makes me kind of doubt different perspectives. Because like if there's like a bunch of like people who are just like really like evil, like third world, like they just live a different kind of lifestyle where you're like you just take what you want,
Yeah.
And then there's like kind of the soft bellied American people who like have these like you need a picket fence and whatever. Like those people are not going to work together at all.
No. People who kill to get what they want and people who cry when DoorDash is taking a little too long.
They're not going to survive.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because all of us live in such like a consumer based economy where like most of our personalities are just based on like the media and food products we consume. Like your personality is just your preferences of what like, oh, I don't really like Pepsi. I'm more of a Coke personality guy.
Yeah.
And there's people who are like, I have an AK-47 and I've killed children. Like that's my personality. That's who I am. I don't really have, like.
And I don't like long walks on the beach.
But I do think one of the interesting things in like Lord of the Flies is like you have like I think it's like Simon and Piggy and like someone else. I forget the names of the characters, but like
Mr.
they have
Tumnus.
like the conch, like the shell, and like it's kind of I don't remember the book very well, but it's like this is like democracy or like organized government, and they like whoever has the conch can speak. So this is their way they're organizing and making decisions and discussing things. But the other kids who are sort of like degrading and like realizing like and getting like afraid and acting on more impulses and like instinct, they're like they're like killing things and figuring out how to like have fun and live on impulse and live on like what they can do, and like whoever brings home fish first is winning.
It's of
not
more value.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever see Triangle of Sadness?
No.
The movie. It's like I don't care if you haven't seen it, fuck you, but
Is it a cute movie?
no.
Triangle.
No, but that's a nice joke. That's nice. You put that on math.com, mathjokes.org.
Cool math games.
I remember cool math games. That was.
Do you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'll take. But in Triangle of Sadness, it's a boat full of rich people, and the people that work on the boat as like maids and cooks, and the people that are on the crew.
Right.
And then like it crashes on an island, and all of these pretenses of who's rich and powerful and who isn't fall out the window because the only person who survived that knows how to hunt and do anything is like a Filipino maid who like grew up having to know how to fish and how to like survive in like this kind of environment anyway. And then all these rich people who are influencers or like weapon salesmen, they have no value on the island. Like your value is only based on the culture that gives you that value, which is kind of like a little bit of the point of the movie. And so basically it goes from this like movie kind of about class to it goes about like, well, who are we really and what is your actual value? And you put people in a scenario where their actual value and a survival instinct, and like we don't really live those kind of lives. It's
no, my actual value is literally like nothing.
Did you see Send Help?
Is that the horror flick?
It's from Sam Raimi last year or so. It was Rachel McAdams and
Dylan O'Brien. And they're like co-workers.
It's the same thing. It's like he's her boss, but when they go to the
but
island,
let me guess. Yes, she gets things done.
She's obsessed with Survivor, and she wants to be on Survivor, and she researches books and always submits to be on Survivor, and she knows how to survive on an island.
Yeah.
And so the gross.
I got a life straw.
Well, that's the start. But
that's
what if
pretty
it
good.
Breaks?
Fuck, dude.
I gotta harvest rainwater, you know. But I mean, it's interesting to think about. I think there's too many people like when you think about like doomsday preppers or like people who are like survivalist types. They're always like fantasizing that like if I prepare enough and every single aspect of society collapses, I'll be okay.
Yeah,
but it's like. Even in like that movie Civil War, it's like, well, if society collapses, there's just going to be roving gangs of militias that'll like take.
Yeah, all it takes is one idiot to be like, "Oh, this is when I can just like kill people," and they just happen to run into you and shoot you in the head, and it's like, well, you didn't even make it to the woods yet.
Yeah,
you got your kayak on the top of your car, but
you fucked.
That's that guy's kayak.
Yeah,
now. All of a sudden, his value is way higher than yours.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you like you have like rations and you know how to start a fire and tie certain knots because like. Well, it's like what you said about them moving to Argentina. It's like, hey, if the world collapses, hey, man, congrats. You're living in Argentina while the world burns.
Yeah, you can't have fucking HIV sex out of your way out of this one.
Yeah, because he's gay.
Because he's gay. Can't fuck your way out of this, but
it's
we don't have doomsday preppers as much as we have doomsday preppers. The people who like
are ready for Dune,
prepare to see.
The day that Dune 3 comes out, I'm prepping. I'm reading the books. I'm speaking the languages.
I was kind of prepping when I saw Dune in the sense that I was like ripping poppers, so like my asshole was kind of loose.
Yeah. Speaking of prep,
I was prepped
prevents
for that
HIV.
Yeah,
you know about prep? You ever get ads for that?
I do get ads for it. Yeah,
I do too. I always do this bit, and I haven't figured it out yet as like a good stand-up bit. But it's about how like you can tell if you live in a rich or poor neighborhood based on the way that YouTube advertises to you.
Yeah,
because like I used to live on the Upper East Side of New York, and they had this Bugles ad for the chip Bugles, and it would be like, put them on your finger, eat Bugles. And then I moved to Bushwick out in the Ridgewood border, and the trailer was like, burn out. Y'all like Bugles, honey? Damn, I'm eating them Bugles. And I'm like, I live in a poor neighborhood now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting like Metro PCS ads, and like then I was getting like ads in Spanish, and I was like, I have degraded.
I always had the Spanish ads when I was in Bushwick.
Yeah.
And then I usually get like the cheap cell phone carriers, the
Cricket Wireless,
the different chicken wing distributors, like just cheap food. Like, I haven't
a lot
had
of McDonald's ads.
Yeah, I haven't had a Banana Republic ad in like 20 years.
No. I don't get Lexus ads on YouTube.
No.
I get used car dealer ads.
Yeah, I get like Subaru and then like sometimes like not even a Mazda anymore, which is so sad because I just like am a Mazda guy. You know,
you're a big Mazda. Well, you used to have one. That only one of the doors worked, right?
Yeah, and that's the one I'm looking at. The next car, dude.
That's funny. My first car was a Mitsubishi.
That's a pretty tough one.
It wasn't great.
That wasn't even a good Hot Wheel.
No.
Yeah.
It was a Mitsubishi Galant. It was white. It was from 2006. 2010 maybe, or 2009. I don't remember. But it was a 10-year-old car when I got it in 2019. It was my first car. I used to come home for the summer from college and drive my mom's car and try to traverse Jacksonville, Florida in college via the bus or getting rides. And then like it was early on that like Lyft and Uber, like when I started college, it really wasn't everywhere. Like there would be times where
there was like two guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you would have to like wait a long time. And
Yeah.
like, or you know, you could be fucked and it would be a little more expensive. So I would take the bus around and shit. But when I got my first car, I loved it. But the car was like, I mean, it was nice. Like my uncle hooked it up. I bought it from my uncle and like he was like, okay, give me this down. And then when you sell it, give me everything you sell it for and then pay the difference of what it would be. So he didn't make me like pay month to month.
That's complicated.
It was, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He was just trying to find a way to be like nice and like, but give me my dignity that he's not just giving me a car or something.
Yeah.
I would have just taken a free car, by the way, as a nice graduation present from college. But I really liked having a car, and that was more of what I liked. But the car drove like a boat. Like I literally used to be like, this is like a boat. Because I would try to turn, and the turn radius was so awful.
Did it like not have power steering?
It had power steering, but it was just really like it would just you would turn it, and it wouldn't even do a complete rotation sometimes. Like it would just like it would like stop, and it would be like, this is miserable.
Yeah, that's really tough.
So I drove it up to like maybe like 100,000 miles, and then I sold it right before I moved to the city.
It only had 100,000 miles on
Yeah,
it?
because he lived in New York and Florida, and that was his Florida car. So when he would only drive it around town when he would come to Florida. And then when we'd be in New York, he had his car that had all the miles on it.
Yeah.
So I got a car that's basically, that's what you're supposed to get really by living in Florida. We used to have this beautiful system where elderly people would either die or sell their cars when they moved to retirement communities.
Yeah.
And they would just have these cars that had say, you could buy like a Buick from 98 that only had 45,000 miles on it because it's been owned by someone who doesn't leave the house.
They would just go to church and back.
Exactly.
Or the
Church,
grocery
Publix,
store.
home. Church, Publix, home. That's all they do. Like,
But now they like lose it in like a gin rummy game. And
or they're like selling it to like Carfax or something,
Yeah.
and or Carvana's buying it for like
dude, Carvana's the only way to get a car now.
You think so?
Yeah.
A used
I mean,
one?
based on what we saw from that sleazy dealership, they were fine.
They were fine.
Car dealer, dude,
They're the worst
car
people.
salesmen are like, I still don't, there's things that like traditions that exist in our culture that I still don't understand how people don't see through.
Well, that's what like Carvana's trying to remove. It's like, why do
Yeah.
you need a guy to like make a commission to sell you on this? Nobody has money to be like when Don Draper in Mad Men goes to buy a car and he's like, he has money to blow.
Yeah.
But when you're a guy just living a normal life, like have like it's like when you buy a Rolex. There's a Rolex salesman and you can't get the watch that day. You come back 2 weeks from them because they have to custom send it because it's a luxury item that you are tailoring to your interests. And if I go to get like a Lexus,
It's a very high, it's a higher experience.
I want the heated seats and the sunroof, and I want this and I want this. But if I need a Toyota Camry, I don't need a guy to upsell. Why are you doing this? Why are you exposing me to have to go through a guy who has an interest in making commission, who has an interest in lying to me? It doesn't
You don't
make
even
sense.
need to like clean the like birth canal juices out of the back seat. Like leave them in.
Yeah.
It'll be a funny story.
You mean that the car was sold to the dealership with birth canal tissue in the back seat?
Yeah.
Is what you mean.
And
Okay.
they-
Because that was a big stretch for me to understand what you meant there.
Yeah.
Because why would there be birth? So there was like a live cow birth in the back seat of the Camry?
I thought more of a human.
A human woman?
I don't think you would fit like a live cow.
What's his name? I'm going to name him Camry. Camry Jenkins. I was named after the Forrest Gump for the modern age. I was named after the car I was born in.
Forrester Gump, Subaru Forrester Gump.
I'm Subaru Forrester Gump.
Run on diesel, Forrest, run on
diesel. I met the most beautiful woman I ever met. Bad Baby. His Jenny is Bad Bobby.
Cheddar.
Bobby. I love you, Bobby. You got to stop making pornography.
But why do you think you're black?
You're talking like Bubba.
She's turning into every like not every, but like there's a genre of woman who is like not black and they turn into like Amber Rose, you know? Where where they just like shave the head. Like I think she's a beautiful woman, but like God, dude, you couldn't get her to read the tattoos on her own shins if she tried.
Like Woe Vicky. Remember Woe Vicky?
No, who's Will Vicky?
She's another like internet personality who's like a white, skinny, like thinks she's black girl, and now she's all Christian.
Oh, okay.
Like she was like just a girl who used to tweet like, "Y'all ever get itchy?" And everyone like she used to be on like Vine and shit, and then like now she's a Christian, and she like it's so funny to like follow her on Twitter because she'll be like, the flesh is meant for more. Like it's just like tweet really like vague, like philosophical points, and it's like you're the black scent teenager from Vine. Why are you like so spiritual?
I keep getting Ivy Woke videos on my Twitter.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think she's a psyop, dude.
I think go ahead.
I think if you're a girl who kind of looks like a guy, like people
she was in a Best Picture winning movie. She was in an Aura, which won Best Picture.
Yeah. I didn't see an Aura.
Which is weird because she also just used to be at comedy shows we were at in New York.
Yeah.
But she was in so she was on TikTok and she was on like a show that was on Hulu back like right before COVID as like a 17-year-old. And she's only like 22 or 23 years old or something crazy. She's super young.
It's crazy because, first of all, her name is Ivy Woke.
Yeah.
Whose name is that? You know, that's like a movie star name.
Yeah, but it's almost like so much of the time.
It's so of the time.
Yeah.
That it's like even at 23 years old, like her parents must have been like way ahead of their time.
They knew what woke was.
And then
they were on
like,
Black Twitter, and they were
got like the dark eyebrow. She kind of like she is a girl, but she's got like boyish
she has like androgynous visuals.
Yes, the
she's like so much of the moment of like whatever. She's like everything.
Yes.
Everything Gen Z is
all
in
at
her.
once.
Being like a little androgynous, having the last name woke, being so online, trying to be famous, being a comedian.
It just feels all too like this is what I'm supposed to be looking at in this day and age. That like I don't know if her just like moment
she's not
hit.
rich though. The things I'll say is she just lives in a dingy apartment. She used to tweet about how she had bed bugs and had to like leave her apartment. So it is interesting that you can be that much of a cultural like point of reference for everyone, but she lives in Bushwick in like apartments like we lived in. Like she lived like right down the street from me. Because
it is funny how you can be like internet famous. Like what's his name? John Kennedy, that one comic.
Yeah,
he's like Twitter famous.
Yeah,
I think he's like 200,000 followers or whatever on Twitter. And like he would just be at the Black Cat.
Yep, doesn't matter.
And it was just like
because if you're not making money on it. That well dried up, dude. Twitter fame. Remember that guy? I forget his name, but he went on Jimmy Kimmel and did stand up because he was Twitter famous. He wasn't a comedian. And it's like the worst bomb ever. He's like, I really like eating tacos. I like going to the taco shop and ordering some tacos. Like he's doing like 2008 memes like on like Kimmel, and it's so bad. Rob Delaney.
Oh yeah.
He was in the Deadpool movie as like the guy with no powers in Deadpool 2. It was like Dan, and it's like they just love the guy, and he's just got a mustache, but he doesn't have any powers. He was just part of the team.
Wasn't TJ Miller in Deadpool?
Yeah,
also?
he was like the friend that worked at the bar before Wade Wilson.
Before he like called in a bomb threat on like the Polar Express or whatever.
He just lost his mind, dude.
Isn't he in the Polar Express?
He had a
bomb
growth in his
threat?
brain that they had to get removed, and it would like they thought when they pulled it out he would be less funny. Like it was on the part of his brain that makes you creative.
That makes you funny.
It makes you creative. And so when they pulled it out, they're like, there's a chance you pull this out. And all the crazy creative, I don't know. He was in the fucking Yogi Bear movie. So I don't know. He's not one of the classics.
Yeah, I don't know if creative or even funny is really his thing.
Yeah.
I think just like outrageous and loud is kind of his thing.
Nick Swartzen
is like actually funny.
I know, but like, doesn't TJ Miller just feel like he's doing Nick Swartzen?
He's like he's like a more aggressive, like less
When we were on the
Methodical.
road trip, we were listening. Michael was putting on stand up, and he was like, "Oh, Nick Swartzen had an album come out this year." I was like, "I'm just gonna see what." And he's like, "Oh, I want to." Oh, he talks about Kanye West. I want to see what he says about Kanye West, and he clicks on it, and he's talking about like going on vacation, and Michael's like, he's not talking about Kanye West, and I look at the name, and it says Key West. It didn't say Kanye West. It was a bit about Key West. I was like, I think we're too tired to be driving because you just read Key as Kanye. But I get it.
Oh
It was
man.
still good though. Nick Swartzen's amazing.
Yeah, he's like he's one of the last kind of relics, I feel like, of
Yeah.
a
Well, even like
Like
on
the
that album, I
Farley
was like,
era.
oh, he's still got some juice in the tank. He's not just like completely like phoning it in and not doing shit.
especially for someone who is like kind of phoning it in.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he like works like that hard. Maybe he
No.
does now, but like I also don't know if he's like sober now.
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's not sober off of
Cock. He told a funny story on the album where he used to do a thing where if he's sober, so when he gets bored at parties, he would take his balls out of his fly and let them hang and wait for someone to notice. And he was at a party. I'm just doing his bit now. He said he was at a party and nobody noticed for like an hour until he saw a little person who was eye level with the balls and thought it was funny because he was the only person who noticed his balls out. And he like went over and they started talking and they made a big friendship. And then years later, he was famous. It was Peter Dinklage.
Really?
That's what he says on the album.
Dude, that is so funny.
Like, oh, okay. Anything can happen.
That is so funny. Like, it's funny. There is something to be said that balls are just funnier than cock.
Sure. Because
Like-
cock, like,
Bobby Lee, every story you hear about him, like whipping it, the dick, it's like, it has like intention.
yeah.
Like the balls are so benign.
Yeah,
They're
the
almost
balls
just
are like the inverse tit. Because when someone takes their tits out, it stops traffic. If you take
Yeah.
your balls out, it makes traffic go
goes
so much
so
faster.
smooth.
No, I don't know. The balls are just kind of like they're kind of like the comedic other side of the coin to the beauty of the
Yeah.
tit. It's like and like the irony of the ball. Just a useless. I mean, it's not useless, but it's just stupid. Like the balls could be inside. I know they can't technically.
Well, we see things like balls all the time, and we never even said like the dice hanging off of even an air freshener. It's like just something just kind of dangling, a plant,
a sack of onions.
It like kind of looks nice,
Yeah.
but like a dick is so. There's just so much
phallic,
behind
you know?
it that you're like.
Also,
is-
like the size of it is such an like people get so insecure and in their heads and weird
Yeah.
about it, so it's like hard to really like. The dick is such a volatile organ compared to the humble balls.
The balls also show some like vulnerability because like if they're like
have
very
giant balls?
sensitive, they're
You
not
have
going to
big
hurt
balls?
anyone. Yeah, you can like nobody gets any pleasure from like rubbing their balls on stuff.
well,
like,
the teabagging.
but not like a sexual.
Sure,
pleasure.
yeah,
Like,
the
when
sexual
your dick
organ-
is out, that's like
The dick is
sex.
the pleasure organ.
That goes in a vagina. Your
Yeah.
balls do not go in a vagina, from what I've heard.
The dick is I've never tried. The dick is like the high class like work like it's the boss of the company that gets to experience vacations
Yeah,
and
you
pleasures
see the dick
on
and
the
you're like,
work of
"Oh,
the balls. Exactly.
I just looked it in the eye.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But the balls, there's something like kind of beautiful and like they just look so funny.
You ever see someone do the brain where they take their ball sack and they put it through up in their waistband, so it's just like the little like weird skin and it looks like a brain. And like I used to have a roommate in college who would be like the brain, and I would look over and he just had his balls in his waistband, and I was like,
We had a kid on
if you
our
did this to a woman, that's a crime.
we had a kid on our JV baseball team that would like open his fly and just like squeeze one ball and just go bubble gum, and he would say bubble gum.
I don't like that.
When my friend Ryan invented this great game that we used to play in college a lot, where one of us would
Called Russian roulette.
we would stick our hand in our pants and go dick or ball, and everyone had to guess if you were holding your dick or your
Nice.
balls. And then like it was always dick when it was Ryan.
Whoever
We'd be
was
like
wrong had
dick,
to
and he'd be
smell
like,
the hand.
yeah, he'd be like, yeah, like he would never lie. No, we wouldn't get disgusting. We would keep that. You know, you should reap the reward of your own
Sure.
search there. You know.
Yeah.
I've never really smelled directly someone else's balls, but I will say like there is something when you touch your balls and you smell your hand and you're like, that doesn't smell good, but like
It smells like me.
I can't get enough.
I can't
of
get
that.
enough of that.
Bill Cosby used to have a bit about that. Be like, when something smells bad, and you're like, "What is that? Oh my god, that! Oh!" You just like never stop smelling it.
Sometimes I wish I had.
Bill Cosby didn't rape. Yeah, me too. Dude.
Sometimes I wish that like when I was in college, like I never really got to hang out with athlete type people. Like I had like a big weird group of friends in high school where like no one really, like some of us had played sports, but like it wasn't like we were all on the same team and we're friends. We were just like friends who would just happen to be in classes together and hang out. And then like in college, like not that I like wish this happened more, but it was like no one was ever like when I started smoking weed in college, it was like everyone thought it was weird. Like I would go on the porch and smoke weed and people treated me like I was doing blow at like a nursery or something, or like a baptism. I was just going to the like it was like, and then like no one was ever like doing like ball stuff. Like I remember I went to the beach with a big group of my friends and I just got like completely naked and ran into the ocean and it was funny. But like nobody else ever did that. I was just the only guy who ever smoked weed or ever like got like his rocks off.
Well, that's because like you smoke weed and you get like this great idea. You're like, I should like do some ball stuff for everyone because like,
and nobody else is gonna.
Nobody has. It's like an untapped market.
Yeah,
an
unball tapped market.
I will say like because I was in like a lot of different friend groups because I was in like a band kind of group and then like the sports group also. The sports group people are very socially adjusted, but they can be like kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
And like they will party and do all that stuff. Like they're always like pretty consistent, but like they're not as like funny. Like the creative groups are more like funny and like kind of interesting, but just like a lot gayer. Like it's like more of like
guys are crying. And like, well, I don't. Like, you're beefing with a man. Like a guy has a problem with you. It's like if a guy has a problem with you who isn't like so lofty about his self-image, he'll just kick your ass or like confront you immediately if you insult him. Yeah, another guy like a scholar will be like, oh, I like resent you secretly for weeks on end. It's just like this is worse.
While holding a skull.
I am hurt by your words,
by your presence.
That's what's funny about stand-up though. It's like you get such a mixed bag. Like some guys are like little twerps who will like, make schemes and like figure out ways to destroy you, and some guys will be like, hey bro, I heard you fucking talking shit about me, I'm gonna kick your ass.
And to be honest, I don't know which one is worse.
They're all bad.
Every
all comedian
bad.
Is bad because they also have too much stake in the game of their ego. That's why
right
I don't like
now
types.
The like comedy is kind of dominated by like the athlete jock type. That doesn't necessarily mean
Joe Rogan, Burt Kreischer.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that like Tony Hinchcliffe can like, has like a mean backhand in tennis, but like he is that kind of like jockey guy. Shane Gillis, obviously.
And you say jockey guy because he's little enough to ride a horse.
Go. My horse's name is Red Band. Do you see Red Band's dog died today?
No. Why would I see that?
They put her down.
On the show? She got that golden ticket in the sky.
We're going to give her 1 minute of stand-up comedy before she flies.
It's a little dead dog on stage.
And Michael's like, you ever go to a dead dog funeral? And you go up to the casket and you're like,
come here, boy. Come here, boy. So funny.
Oh.
He was telling me like what he's going to try and do at MSG. I'm excited because he did it at the show, and I was like, that'll be fun. If it all plays well, it'll be very fun to see.
Is it a new bit?
No, I don't think it's new. I think it's just something like you got to play with it's like a. Because I was talking to him about Seth Simons, how Seth Simons, the guy who, who Seth Simons?
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's the guy who canceled Shane Gillis. He's the guy who wrote the Andrew Yang article when Shane first got SNL that got him kicked off the show.
I get this confused sometimes. Is Seth Simon also the guy who used to run that like celebrity poker thing who was like involved with The Simpsons?
No. This is like a Brooklyn poet nobody. That's a comedy journalist.
Oh.
Might be a similar name, but I don't know. This is just some random
I think it's
guy.
another Simon.
This is a guy who like tried to do stand up in New York and then just basically listens to every like Legion of Skanks episode to like do an article about like the subtle racism of Big J Okerson or something.
It's really not that subtle.
But he tweeted about Michael Good's set on Kill Tony, and it was funny because like I follow Seth Simons because I find him like insane and hilarious because he hates all these people, but he every day
But that's
he writes
his life.
I guess so.
Could
I don't know
you
how he's making money.
imagine devoting your entire life to things that you hate? You
I
know?
gotta piss so bad. You think I can
You
piss?
can go piss, yeah. I'll hold it. I'll hold it going. What?
If I piss, I'll go longer.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. Yeah, Michael Good was in the apartment last night, and he had his big opportunity to reunite his framed photo with the News from Bed studio wall, and he didn't do it. He looked at it, he saw it on the ground, but me and James have a suspicion that he doesn't even know why we removed it or that we did remove it. So he might just be sitting and being like, "Wait, why was my photo on the ground? This is not good." But it was very telling that Michael does not follow the episodes, and when we talk about him, we kind of expect a little something in return. But him and James have a Morning Good episode coming out, and they do it from bed. So even though the visual edition of this show is, let's just say, limited, you will get a little bit of a bedtime experience if you go and check out Morning Good.
And you know what, dude? In that episode, I sit on your side.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
I don't know. It felt interesting. I was like, oh, I've only really done bed-based podcasts in the past 2 years at this point.
Yeah, that was like your one opportunity to not have to do that. Well, I always notice in the bed versions of Morning Good, the bed days, he does sit on that camera right side every time. So that is pretty interesting. Maybe sometime we'll have to switch it up for News from Bed to just see.
One episode we just do opposite sides of the bed.
Yeah, because what if, dude, it might be tough.
Yeah, because I already have the muscle
left
memory of looking like this.
I know.
The folks are going to start getting that other. Like, what if the other angle doesn't work as well? They don't think I'm as handsome and dandy.
Dude.
I mean, if they get through
There's
this
a
episode not
possibility.
seeing us at all, they might.
Um,
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, so I'm back on the Factor meals.
Yeah, dude, you're back on your slop.
I'm back on
your government rations.
Yeah.
You're eating like Cuba right
That's
now.
really the only thing I can do. It's the only option that I've given myself because I have no self-control.
Oh, interesting.
I can't go and just get one meal. The problem is, like, if I go grocery shopping, I eat everything that's like a little tasty, like right away. And then I just leave a bunch of like eggs and fruit in my fridge. And then if I order like a takeout thing or delivery, you have to order enough to where the deal kicks in,
right?
And so you get your money's worth.
And you're one guy.
And I'm one guy, but I tell myself every single time that I'm going to get this, and it's 2 meals. I'll have one today, one tomorrow. Eat them both day one.
I know.
Not even like within 3. It's like I eat a dinner, then 3 hours later, eat a second dinner of the exact same size.
It's hard, dude.
It's insane, dude.
Well, with Kendra, I can just get us 2 meals and I get the deal and it's nice. But when I'm ever eating alone and like wanting to get the deal and order something, even if it's a pickup deal, it's like, yeah, I'm eating 2 Jersey Mike's
because you can't just get the one. You like don't hit the minimum.
It doesn't last.
It doesn't last, and it doesn't like. The price doesn't, it's not, you don't get any value out of that price by just getting a single meal. Because the more you get, the cheaper, like it all kind of compacts down to. So
it's like getting a buy one, get one without even getting the second one. Like my
Yeah.
fiance will do that sometimes. She'll be like, yeah, I really wanted a sandwich from Firehouse Subs. And so I just got a sandwich. And I was like, it's buy one, get one. She's like, yeah, I didn't really want the other one. I'm like, I want the other one. It's a free sandwich.
Put it on the ground for Finn.
She's like, oh, well, you don't have to get just because it's the deal. I'm like, yes, you do.
That is the most insane logic
insane.
I've ever heard.
It's a deal.
But that's why she weighs like 240 pounds less than me.
Sure, exactly. She weighs a feather's weight. The weight of one cinder block is what she weighs. But I got
crazy,
Thai
though.
food today, so I got her like a pork rice bowl.
Okay.
And I got myself a coconut curry chicken, and it's like a soup. So it was kind of like a curry chicken beef broth coconut thing with chicken in it, and it comes with these like noodles, like rice noodles. And I was like, oh, maybe I can make mine last. But I was like getting the chicken out of the thing, and I realized I was like, well, I mean, It's not. It is actually just one meal. Like this is like a bowl of soup. Because once I ate all the chicken,
Yeah.
I was like, that was like one chicken breast worth of chicken.
I've
Like,
evolved past whatever a serving size is supposed to be. I am too far past that now.
Right.
Like every takeout thing, I'm like, this is everything that's in front of me is my meal. Like that's what I have to eat. I can't narrow that down. Otherwise, I'm literally counting the pieces of chicken as soon as I can like quantify it by just looking at it, it's not enough food.
You ever count your calories with an app?
I did like years ago, but I never really was like I could never remember to like do it.
So I got in the habit of doing it more recently because I was like, I'm gaining weight. Like I'm gaining weight again. Like remember. I mean, if you're a News from Bed listener, like about last year, we did like a weight loss challenge where we tried to lose as much weight as we could by like a 30. Like we had to at least lose 15 pounds or something crazy by like 30 days.
It was in 6 weeks. Yeah,
6 weeks to lose 15 pounds.
And I technically did it in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, by just cutting out McDonald's.
By like illegally standing on the scale or something.
It was a broken scale. It was busted public scale. Kendra always makes me get on the public scale. And there was this big article that went around Florida. Like people for a while were public's like, we are no longer like adjusting or doing maintenance on our scales because they're not going to be accurate and it's just not worth it for us anymore.
Because girls keep sending their boyfriends onto the scale.
Exactly. But I'll get on it and it's like I have a scale at home. I go to the doctor and get weighed, and I go on the public scale.
Yeah.
And it's like the public scale has me 30 pounds heavier than the doctor's scale. And Kendra's like, you just don't want to believe it. And I'm like, no, the doctor has the best scale.
Yeah.
I didn't gain 30 pounds overnight, and now we're at Publix, and I have like this body weight. Like the scale is
No,
wrong.
the public spot. My whole life was changed after that. After standing on that scale.
It is inaccurate.
It's inaccurate, but
That video
it's
is so
almost
funny, of you realizing that you're
dude.
weighing,
It's like painful. I can't rewatch it.
I wouldn't rewatch it.
It's like and I was like very fat. Like now, not that I'm like not fat now, but I
you
was
look
like
better now.
I'm like in better control a little.
In that
bit
video,
now.
you look like Mr. Krabs outside of his shell. When he's all soft. But now you look good. You look better.
I don't look good, but I look better. I'm in better control now. But
you
like,
got a look too. You got a mustache and your long hair.
Yeah, I'm shaving the head too. I kind of look crazy.
What about mullet?
I would try dude. I am in the position in my life where I can try anything.
I think first we should shave the sides of your head and just have the hair on the back and the top and see if you like that.
And I'll just be Ivy woke for Halloween. I'll just migrate.
We'll give you micro bangs.
Yeah, I'll just migrate my mustache up to my eyebrows.
There you go.
but
yeah, I started counting my calories on the apps, and like I have a chronometer. I don't know what it is, but it basically. There's also MyFitnessPal, which I don't like as much because chronometer is like, here's the nutritional buildup of the food that you're eating, like what you're getting vitamin wise, and like if you're hitting it breaks it down into macros, which is fat, carbs, and protein. And I realized like recently when I've been going to the gym for like maybe like four or 5 weeks now. This is like my 5th week, and like trying to like eat healthier, eat clean. So like I'll eat like a smoothie every day I won't eat until like I get home from work because I work early in the morning. I'll have a smoothie and then I'll do like rice and protein with some like. But I realized like the amount of fat I was eating. I was going way over on the fat. So once I started pulling that back, and then like. Like little things when you're sitting there and you're calculating shit, like it feels so stupid. It feels like I'm being like torturing myself to put like, because I work and I make catering platters, and I'll be like 3 cubes of cheese, 4 slices of pepperoni.
You have to like.
But when you start to see, you're like, oh, I'm eating like 10 cheese and crackers, like a Ritz cracker with a cube of cheese. Like it's not nothing over the course of a week, know? But I don't know. It's interesting to track it now. I'm getting like the only way to lose weight is for me. The only way I ever lost weight was in a manic state after a breakup or after like a girl like shunned me. Yeah. I had to lose weight in spite of her to make myself better to go on to the next thing. Like when I broke up with my high school girlfriend, who's now going to be my wife, I like lost all this weight in college, and then I, saw a couple women, dated around, then I met a girl. And then I slowly across my college relationship, I got fat again. I got pretty fat. I got to 300 pounds. And when I broke up with that, I broke up with that girl and I was 300 pounds when I broke up with her. It's like not like a good look, but like I was like, and then once I broke up with her, when you're single and you're released, like catch and release, like a fish back in the pond, you have such like a lust for life in that sense because you have nothing. You don't have anything to hold you down and make you feel secure. The thing that you did.
See, I always go the opposite way.
You get fat when you're single.
Yeah.
But you stay in shape when you're in a relationship?
I don't stay in shape, but I usually like at the start of a relationship, I try to get into better shape. And the reason is it's because I'm like having sex.
And
like,
you notice right away.
And you're like, oh, I don't like get naked and throw this around town a lot.
Oh, I know.
And when I do, boy, does it not look the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah.
But like, no, I will
sweaty
just get
and huffing and puffing, and you're like, this is bad. Like that is like when if you don't do cardio and you don't run, and then like if anything happens where you have to run for any reason, and you realize I can't run, like that's what sex really is to show like you are not primed for survival.
No.
So why would we let you breed? Like,
but I disagree, and this loops all the way back around to the whatever Lord of the Flies. People who are primed for survival, it's like, sure, they're going to be ready to go to do all this stuff, whatever. But like, we can just go and just sit and let our body consume itself. And you can just like coast off of that for a while.
And
then,
you're a scientist.
And I'm a scientist.
I agree also. Because I've been now what I used to do is I would run. Like when we did the
it's
weight
like
loss
having
challenge,
this is like a bank account.
Right. Why don't you work on your real bank account and not your physical one that makes you have like high blood pressure? There's no negative effect to having a surplus money in your bank account, but there is a negative effect of having surplus fat on your body because it makes your day-to-day like blood pressure.
But what's more important
cholesterol.
in the end times? That bank account means nil to nary.
Sure, Patty, but we're not in the end times.
But we're not in Argentina either.
That's true. That's true. When Israel attacks Tampa, Florida, we're going to be screwed. But no,
they would never. By the way, they would never. It's really funny when the people are like, "Well, what about Florida?" It's like, well, Florida's like where all the Jews.
Why
go.
would they ever come for us?
Why would they go for their
Jews
vacation place?
This is Israel number 2, baby.
They're gonna hit LA. They're gonna hit Shanghai.
They're gonna get Denver.
They're gonna get Manhattan, not Brooklyn.
See, but I always thought. And I've talked about this on the podcast before, and my cryptic conspiracy theory. It's not conspiracy theory. It's just like something that I feel that would actually affect Americans is like 9/11 was a nightmare, but we also have like school shootings and mass tragedy all the time in this country and like gun violence. So like we're a little bit more accustomed to like violence. It was like the idea of seeing 2 buildings explode on the skyline that were iconic. That's pretty like nightmarish. And I can see that like really changing your worldview. But the only thing equal to that now to me would be blowing up Disney World.
Yeah,
because it's like that's like Americans.
Well, what about just like another building in New York?
It's already been done.
So for you, it's like it doesn't have the same kick because you're just basically recreating existing.
Yeah, it's
IP.
like you see a comic and you're like, he's just Louis. He's just doing Louis.
Yeah,
you're a hack.
Yeah,
someone blows up One World Trade Center. You're just
Disney
doing
World though. It's like. You could blow up like how many parks could you get with one bomb?
I think it would have to be 5 bombs for each
5
park and 2 extras for the Universal parks.
It would be funny to be at Epcot and just like standing in like
Mexico,
in Japan.
You're like, and the employees are like, not again,
not again.
They're all Japanese. Every employee in the country is from the country that they're from.
Yeah, dude.
And so they would be like, there's like an elderly janitor who's like, I am from Hiroshima.
Yeah.
And he's like,
and just having the bomb dunk right in the middle of that like pond. Oh God!
And I'm not saying I want that to happen or anything. I'm just saying
you better not want that.
Iran.
We haven't
after
gone to
Iran
Disney.
after we killed al-Baghdadi or whatever, the guy who Trump said died like a dog. Remember in his first term?
Honestly, like the moment in history that like got Shane Gillis to where he is.
The Trump
was, like, his
impression.
big bit.
But he an Iranian official said, we don't have an equivalent retaliation to kill because Americans don't have any real life people that they look up to, which is not
But
true.
we've got the clock.
But he said, you're misquoting a different thing I said. But an Iranian official said the only thing that could be equivalent is if we assassinated SpongeBob. Like, which is a weird thing to say because, like, so a guy that like killed a bunch of American soldiers and was like running all these like military operations
Is your SpongeBob?
That's your SpongeBob? Have you met SpongeBob? He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't hurt anyone.
You're more of a you're seeming like a Patrick Star because what do you live under a rock?
I just think the rest of the world the country.
And they're like,
Iraq.
no, we
live next to Iraq.
No, we live next to Iraq.
He's next door.
They laugh like the Muppets.
And they all look like Squidward.
Yeah, and their noses like do that like.
Have you seen anything from the Muppets roller coaster at Hollywood Studios?
So there's a new Muppets roller coaster.
It took over the Aerosmith. It's the same roller coaster, except it's not Aerosmith, it's the Muppets.
It's the same coaster?
It's the same coaster.
I'm a little upset it's not Aerosmith because that was like, it was a little weird. It's like, why Aerosmith,
Right.
you know? But like,
Well, who are they going to replace them with? 9-inch nails?
I guess the Muppets are the only ones who can follow Aerosmith.
Well, if they're removing the Muppets from another part of the park, it makes sense that they put them
They should
because you
put
don't
it
want to
back
lose
in,
that IP. But it is weird to have a Muppets roller coaster
And
because, like,
it's
the
like-
Muppets can't even move off the tracks on their own. It feels like I'm a Muppet on the coaster.
Yeah. What is it? A dolly for the opening scene of the Rainbow Connection? Whatever that movie is.
I watched that show, The Orville, and Dolly Parton is in it.
Really?
They de-age her. It's very weird.
Is she like hot?
Yeah.
I saw a funny thing of Harlan. Dude, every time Harlan Williams is on,
Joe Rogan.
it's so funny. Cause
Yeah,
like,
what did he do? He
right
had the
over-
fake legs this last time. Did you see that?
Yeah, the fake legs was hilarious. It's also funny. Like my friend said, he's like, dude, Harlan Williams is so funny. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, have you seen the clip of him on Kill Tony yelling at an Asian woman? And I'm like, no. And he sends me this clip on Kill Tony, and I'm like, that's like maybe the least funny thing Harlan. Like everything else he does is so funny.
Yeah.
How is that the funny thing? You know,
He is really funny.
dude. He was like, did you see the thing about Dolly Parton?
No.
He was like, yeah, I had a one-night stand with Dolly Parton the other night. Let me tell you what, her areoli are as big as lily pads. And Joe Rogan's like, what, you fucked Dolly Parton? He's like, yeah, I fucked her and like all this stuff. And her areolis are as big as lily pads. And he's like, isn't she too old to have sex? He's like, no, we were going at it and those areolis were so big. In the morning, there were bullfrogs on them. And Joe Rogan's like, I don't think she should be having sex. I was like, Joe, what do you like? Like, you're not even good at playing dumb.
It's bad.
Like, it's bad. You can't, like, dude,
You think Sardonatrix would have worked on Joe Rogan?
oh my God, dude, I dream about the day you and I are on Joe Rogan
In a bed.
and we keep going, Jamie, pull up every black guy's pants. We keep saying that and he never laughs and we keep just doing jokes and looking at each other. Cause like, I will never be able to take Joe Rogan seriously. Like even in that moment where it's like, this is the moment that will make your career. The whole time I'm just going to be looking at you like the way that Malia will like smirk at someone like directly in front of their face. Like it would be so funny. Oh man, I always think about that.
It would be great to get on Joe Rogan just to experience was like sitting there being like, I can't believe like some other comedians older than me got to like go on like Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. And then this is the new Tonight Show. It's just a guy smoking weed talking about shrooms and conspiracy theories.
Would you smoke weed if he offered it?
Of course.
I don't think I would.
It'd be great. I don't think you should, but I should.
You should, yeah.
And I'll wear the sunglasses. Remember when Elon smoked weed and the Tesla stock dipped? It's like, what? That doesn't affect the cars. He's not in there putting the bolts on, you morons.
Yeah, all that stuff's so ridiculous.
But
we're
we're done. We can get out of here.
We're done here.
Well, guys, go check out my Morning Good episode where I put Michael Good to task.
Yeah, that's right. Like we're setting him straight. We got to get him now before he's unreachable, you know?
I think we got a while.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thanks for listening to the show, guys. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming next week. We couldn't do a regular video episode this week because Patty
I was sick.
Patty was sick, and he actually has a big rash all over his face that he's really insecure about.